Hey, it's Jaclyn here for my very late October entry for a video blog I started earlier this year about mental health with a particular focus on East Asian communities, as well as for folks who are interested in supporting and being an ally for folks with mental health issues. Obviously, it is not October. Because I was very, very busy to the point where I actually didn't have time to do an entry. So here I am. And in fact, it was actually quite good timing because I had recently attended a conference on decolonization. It was very, very moving and powerful, and a lot of stuff I took away that was very, very meaningful. And one of the panels happened to be about living well. And this was about living well, not just living well on your own, but living well with the people around you, which is what one of the panelists had talked about. And that it's not an individual task. So how do we live well as a community? What does it mean about having that strong sense of self? When we talk about self, it comes back just to the individual again. So how do we come back to bringing it in the individual who's within the community and working together as a community to support one another? As one of the panelists had mentioned, that ourselves shift and change based on the relations with one another. Going from there, I also thought about challenging the concept of self-care, as again, it talks about self and perhaps indicating this individualistic action, but rather maybe we should be thinking about our relationships with one another and within communities. This brings me to my thinking about East Asian communities and families particularly, where the typical goals are money, car, house, and retirement. None of these goals are related to building relationships. So how do we live well with these goals? Where is relationship piece in all this? And how do we build positive relationships and communities with these material goals? It goes back to another video I had made earlier this year about saving face that is popular in East Asian families. We strive for these goals so we avoid judgment from others. And we eventually become seduced and made to believe that these are our goals to be successful in life. And scaringly enough, this becomes part of these structures that restricts us from building relationships, but more so our ability to take care of one another and of each other's mental health. Knowing this, I hope we are able to find some ounce of courage to shift our goals and ultimately change the structures that limit us from being mentally healthy.